Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Valleycast. Before we get started, I got a fun little thing to tell you about. Guess what? It's called HelloFresh. My favorite meal from HelloFresh is the little tiny meatloafs that they give you. They're absolutely delicious, and that's just one of the delicious meals I've tried through HelloFresh. I just had one last night. That was noodles and chicken and all sorts of deliciousness. With over 50 menu and market items to choose from each week, you'll never run out of dishes to try. Get 16 free meals plus 3 gifts with code ValleyCast16 at HelloFresh.com/ValleyCast16. That's right. You just use ValleyCast16. And when you go to HelloFresh.com/ValleyCast16 to get up 16 free meals plus 3 free gifts. Now on to the show.
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes, I think it starts with your show.
Hey Steve, how you doing?
What's up, Elliot?
Hey.
Have you embraced your inner Floridian?
Man, I've been beating it off for so long, and I don't just mean the Floridian. You know what I'm talking about?
You're just letting it out?
I'm letting it out, baby. I'm letting it hang out.
I love it, man. It's great to see you. Also, Kevin, I showed boobs in the thing. Cut that out, please. Just in case you didn't see it. How you doing, Elliot? What's up, man? Hi, Joe.
Hi.
It's been a bit, guys.
I went to the Ugliest Dog Competition.
Oh, dude, we gotta talk about this. Dude, speaking of dogs, not to railroad your thing, because
Please
let's just
railroad
make
it.
this about dogs today.
Choo
but
choo.
Yeah, choo choo. Here comes the train wreck.
I'm actually watching a dog right now.
Can you show me?
Can we show the dog? Can we
Yeah,
see
do
the
you want to
dog?
see?
Absolutely.
All right, hold on. He's kind
This
of.
better not be a joke.
It's not a joke. It's not a
Yeah.
joke.
gonna show us
Come
his
on.
penis. He's gonna show us his penis.
No,
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
what I
know
was-
that.
Don't be immature.
You guys know that I watch dogs sometimes.
Here's
hold
my
on.
dog and its puppies. Those are nuts.
It's my dick and balls. Okay, hold on. Hey, Jasper. Shh. Come here, baby.
Jasper.
Jasper sounds like a real piece of work.
Casper.
Get up here, baby.
Jasper.
Yes. Oh shit.
Guess what type of
Okay.
dog it is.
She's big. She's kind of big. She's kind of big, and she's she's a little bit. I think she. Can I tell you guys something? I'm not sure what kind of dog this is.
I'm angry.
Yeah. First of all, speaking of the Ugliest Dog Competition, even for a
What?
fake dog.
What are
that
you
is
talking
hideous.
about? This is not a fake dog.
Did you put sound effects of a dog barking in the background? Or is
Yeah,
that
that's-
actually coming from the thing? Is that
This is Jasper. This is Jasper. Jasper loves to Jasper has a good time. Like me and Jasper have been having a really good time. I'm kind of going for walks in this heat has been really kind of shitty.
Yeah.
For
If I
sure.
saw you walking down the street with that dog,
Like
You
with
just
a
pause
leash.
at the bush, pause every other bush.
Hey, Jasper, stop it! Oh, he's friendly. Don't worry, he doesn't bite.
I just love the idea of a dog whose jaw doesn't exist and totally moves its mouth like that.
Yeah.
All right, Jasper, go ahead, baby. Get back in there. Go back into your little cage. So anyway, Ugliest Dog Competition.
Please.
It was at a fair. I haven't been to a fair in a long time. That was pretty great.
Which state are you in?
Fair. California, Sonoma County, wine country, Napa,
Ooh,
as it were.
okay. Great.
It was absolutely delightful. There were many ugly dogs, not as many as I would have liked. The ugliest dog in the world, however, was there, named Mr. Happy Face. Maybe we can get some photos. Mr.
Yeah,
Happy Face is tough to look at. Was very difficult to look at.
Like, was
couldn't
it a-
walk
was
in a
it
straight
a-
line?
Was it like when you're looking at Mr. Happy Face, you are wondering if Mr. Happy Face truly is happy? Like
Yes.
you're like, okay.
The line that one of the judges used, her name was Grace, she, when presented with Mr. Happy Face, said, quote, "Wow, I'd hate to see what Mr. Sad Face looks like."
Yeah, that's
And,
very good.
that went over pretty well.
Damn.
And it is.
And that's why you get talented people like Grace Helbig to host.
Are you bringing up the, yeah, there he is.
Oh my goodness.
Zoom in on that. Zoom in on Mr. Happy Face there. And that's how his head is all the time. His head doesn't go straight. He's always at a clock kind of, different angle.
Oh, Mr. Happy Face.
See if you can get a front-facing one. That way you really get a.
That's not the front. Look at Grace and Mamrie back there.
Grace's mind is blown.
I didn't see that very much.
Well, here. God damn, man. I just.
Steve, that shot of the profile of the dog doesn't even look like it has a mouth. It looks like the tongue is fused outside of its cheek.
Absolute gremlin. Yep.
It does. It
just grew out of its face.
It looks like that's just a growth.
This is what happens when
one of
Gizmo's mogwais is shot off of its back.
God.
And then eats even like 5 more minutes after midnight. That's Spike after he eats way too late.
So it's ugly cute.
Oh man, that's like Ghoulies. That's Ghoulies.
That's totally Ghoulies, dude. That is a Ghoulie.
I bet it's the sweetest little dog when it isn't in pain.
Who knows? I guess it's fine. It took pictures with people and got kind of worn out after a while because then there were people beforehand who were in tears, and I think one of the dogs may have had a bit of a health scare, so they weren't able to make.
Damn it!
Yeah. There's no difference. There's no difference.
No, these are the same picture.
This is the same. Want to feel old? This is the Ghoulies now.
But look at her. She's in love. She's in love with her little guy.
Oh, she loves that dog.
Yeah, that's
nice.
the thing. So most of these ugly dogs are ugly because they're hairless, it seems.
Right, this Pekingese is really not that one on the right there.
Yeah.
The fluffy one. That one's just hilarious looking, but it's not really ugly.
Yeah.
However, that one on the left is Monkey, and Monkey has red toenail polish, and that dog is truly should have been number. And there was apparently one of the judges was a veterinarian, and the veterinarian was like, "No, Monkey technically is the ugliest option." Until Mr. Happy Face came out, and then it just really swept. Mr. Happy Face swept the whole.
Is Mr. Happy Face a pug?
I'm pretty sure that used to be a Chinese crested or some kind of before it got left in the microwave or whatever. This thing is awful.
He got overcooked.
This
one's just funny looking.
That one is hilarious. Yeah.
Do you guys remember Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark?
Yeah.
And there's that one story of like a girl that thought she was raising a stray dog that she found, and then at the end of the story, the twist was that it was like this gigantic, gross rat. That's Mr. Happy Face.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, look at this baby. So most of the ugly dogs are ugly because they're missing hair, and that looks kind of ugly, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of them maybe had mange or something when they were puppies and the hair didn't grow back. And but some of them have a whole lot of. So then it's kind of you don't want to go. They have a whole rubric that they base the judging on of like initial impression, audience reaction, general ugly, like natural ugliness is what one of the categories is, like ugliness that the dog was born with. Yeah, not an ugliness that came from like an accident.
Oh, from like a medical thing. Yeah. Okay.
So
because that's cheating.
Pure ugly is valued, and beautiful.
Did they have the best time ever?
Look at Mamrie. They're like,
were they in heaven?
Scared.
Yeah.
Grace Beans.
Look how Grace is concerned in that one too. That's great.
Oh yeah, she's very. Oh, there he is. There's that.
Oh my God.
YouTube.com/Valleyfolk if you want to see this, but you can imagine.
Yeah, we're looking at these pictures here, and we're just kind of browsing through.
Elliot, two questions, Elliot.
Yeah.
Was there a prize? Like, what was the? Was there
yeah.
like a
Well, so since this has happened, one prize was that they're going to be on the Today Show or Morning Show or something like that. So
that's cute.
They're getting flown to New York to be on the show, but they also got like $1,500 or something like that for a medical. Whatever, and but the real prize is bragging rights, and
of course.
And now it's been like popping up all over the news, so they're getting texts that are like, "We just saw you," and tweets they're like, "We just saw you on Dutch children's television and like Michigan local states." So it's like all the local news places are like
they do the circuit. They do the
yeah. Something lighthearted for you is World's Ugliest.
And do these people come from all over, or are they locals?
Yeah, Mr. Happy Face is from Aspen.
Wow.
Oh, that dog's living the life.
This
Yeah,
is
jet
this is
setting.
not something that pays off if you win.
Nope. Well,
Unless you turn it in-
I bet you Mr. Happy Face has got a good old Instagram game in the
I guess
merch
that's
game
true,
going.
huh?
Doesn't-
Like I want to follow
doesn't
it
have-
now.
I looked for it. I've looked for it so much. If anybody finds Mr. Happy Face's Instagram, please let me
Oh,
know.
interesting. So
Yeah.
maybe they haven't capitalized on that. Maybe are there some that don't have like an Instagram thing?
Yeah, it's hard to find any of them at the moment, but I just wanted to find Mr. Happy Face because I wanted to see more pictures of. I think he's tough to look at, but he's fascinating. But yeah, no Instagram. So we'll see. Hopefully they get on that. But anyway, it was a great time. Fairs are fun. Ate a corn dog, drank wine.
Good man.
And so
Corn
you
dogs,
just
corn
And
dogs and wine.
Corn dogs and
Corn
wine.
dogs and wine.
I'm coming to this fair for two things.
baby, I'm gonna treat you to a nice walk around the carnival with some corn dogs and wine.
Because once you have it, you can't have one without the other. You have to. Then you start having wine, and you're like, I need a corn dog. And
Did
that's,
you ever dip the corn dog in the wine?
You have to. Yeah, that's when you start getting. And it actually adds flavor to the wine too. It makes the tannins release.
That's just a Napa Valley thing.
Do you
Napa
taste a
Valley-
corn dog? Do you do corn dog tasting like you would taste the wine?
you spit it out.
I swish it. I swish the corn dog around.
There's just these buckets full of chewed up corn dogs.
Well, what we have, you're like spinning it, and you're like, well, what we have here is a vintage 1957 corn dog. It's been percolating in the basement in the cool air for
Deep fried in 4-day
years.
old oil. Yeah.
Oh God!
And
the
that's why.
cornmeal in the bread is it's got a hint of oak.
So next time you and your family are looking for a vacation destination, come to Sonoma Valley, where you can get some corn dogs and wine.
It's actually. It's not a bad business.
So
Because it
gross.
would appeal to the people that love corn dogs and people that pretend to like wine.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe, how are you, man? How's the family? How's everything going, man? Did you go to an ugly dog contest?
Things. No, but when Elliot brought it up, it made me think of what my current internet fascination is. We all go through our eras of what we're watching, and the only thing that I care about these days when I'm doing my scrolling, whether it's TikTok or Instagram, is that I go to Instagram and I search the dodo and I watch all of the dodos animal rescue and animal buddy videos. That's my
Nice.
That's my thing right now.
That's
I'm
good
like,
and
oh.
uplifting.
That's your like when you're in bed before you go to sleep kind of thing.
Dude, it makes me so happy. I'm like, oh man, that duck and that pig are best friends, and I'm
I
gonna
know.
fucking
Every time. It does
How
it
do you
every time.
explain those things? Because like I'm skeptical. Like the dodo and
I'm not skeptical at all. Here's what I think, Steve. I think these videos we should all watch them because it's an incredible reminder of how attuned all of these animals actually are to emotions and how we could be way more connected with the natural world. The thing that gets me every time is when you see how emotional and connected a cow is. And you're like, fuck, we eat
know.
those
Yeah,
things.
and they're
like,
smart and
like
stuff.
they don't
Yeah.
fucking matter, but like they are so emotionally intelligent and could be your best friend. And just like it fucks with me a little bit, you know?
yeah, it sucks. They're so delicious, huh?
It does suck, but I gotta say, like, I really think when you're raised as a kid eating hamburgers before you learn that the hamburger is a cow and you have to retroactively fit it to the cow, you're done. There's nothing to do. It's like I can look at the pig and I can be like, I shouldn't eat. We went and saw a bunch of livestock in the fair and all the like wildlife things, and there are all these little baby pigs like coming up to the mother and like sucking off the mother's whatever. I don't know how it works.
Did you say
Sucking dick.
sucking off the mama?
Sucking off the mom's, sucking off of her,
Sucking them titties,
sucking the tits. Yeah, the milk,
Those piggy
the mammer.
titties?
getting it from the teat,
Getting it from the teat, and I was
right,
like, I
right
shouldn't
from
eat
the
it.
tap.
But even the chicken, let me show you guys this chicken.
Even the chicken man will run up to you and be like, hey man, you raised me and I remember you forever.
Look at
Yeah,
this chicken.
birds are smart. Whoa, look at that chicken. What the heck? That's a chicken?
No, that's
Yeah.
Mr. Happy Face.
Whoa. Where was that?
In the wildlife pavilion. But anyway, yeah, Joe, they're great, and it does make you anyway. Keep going. I didn't mean to.
Isn't it interesting?
I didn't mean to railroad.
Isn't it interesting how those animals, like, you know, when you're a kid, you're eating burgers and you're like, yummy, and then you like. Someone tells you that they're cows, and then you're like, what? And then you watch a cartoon, and the cows are all like happy friends, and they all love each other, and there's like pigs talking and movies.
Yeah, but
like,
there's inevitably that part where the cartoon cow like hilariously takes a chunk out of himself, and it's a burger, and he's like,
yo, I love this. He's like, give me some of that milk. I want to dip my burger in it. Burgers and milk. Burgers and milk.
That sounds just as gross, actually.
It's corn dogs and wine.
Burgers and milk. Ugh.
It's just weird. It's just so we just got like we got such a. I wonder if we didn't anthropomorphize farm and like livestock that we eat. I wonder if there would be such a care, because people like hate bugs and stuff, and bugs are so necessary, and everyone's like, oh, you see a bug in your house, fucking kill the fuck out of that thing. And no one gives a fuck.
Sometimes on this dodo, some crazy lady befriends a spider or something, and you're like, this is everything loves.
Yeah,
everything loves. Everything's conscious.
Anyway,
everything loves.
I was in the shower a few weeks ago, and I found an earthworm. That was
in your
like
shower?
Yeah, and it was like crawling like a thin black worm, contracting and moving.
Whoa.
And I killed that thing very quickly.
Yeah,
I think felt vulnerable, and I didn't. It looked like a little demon, and I was like, oh, I can't. It looked like something from the Upside Down had like creeped in.
Dude, you'd probably save the world.
I think I did, yeah. But
that might have been a sleep paralysis fetus.
Oh yeah. I agree with Joe.
That was a shadow fetus.
It was coming for you, man.
Dude, yeah. I started to make I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I started to make like little telepathic bargains with creatures that enter into my home.
Right on.
Yeah, like so I'm afraid of spiders. I don't like spiders. They scare me, and they're disgusting. But the more I become an analytical old man, the more I'm like, oh well, but spiders, we need them. If spiders were gone, we'd be fucked. There'd be flies and critters everywhere. They like control the populace of like a lot of these pests. And so when I see a spider now, I think like, well, I'm scared of it and I don't want to, especially if it's like in my bedroom. There's one like in the corner of the room or something, and you're like, oh man, here comes some fucking intruder.
It's
not
got its
paying
little spider
rent.
suitcases. It's just moving in.
Yeah, and he's got like the spider moving van and like all the spider movers, and they're like unloading web. You hate to see it, and it's like, right, here comes some more gentrification. Here comes some more riffraff to the neighborhood, bringing my property value down. But so now I look and I think, I don't want this motherfucker in my room. I'm going to kill it. I go to get a big long thing to like crush it in the corner of the room. But then lately I've been making these little deals with them. I go over to them and I say it with my voice, and then I say it in my head as a telepathic like message. Cause I'm like, I don't know how you guys communicate. Maybe you'll hear it in my head or something. And I'm like, listen, I'm like, if you eat all the nasty shit that comes in here, black worms, cockroaches, whatever, if you eat all that shit, then you can live here.
Big ducks,
baby wolves,
big ducks,
condors, anything that comes in here, a bass, trout, I want it all taken care of. And
Mr. Happy Face.
Mr. Happy. I just want you, dude. This guy's just like a hitman. I go over to him, and it's like the Godfather. He's like, there's all these arms. Like you just see a chair and all these like spider arms, and one of them has like a cigar, and it's like brings it back, like and it's like, listen, Don, I've got someone I need to get taken care of, and it goes, bring him in.
And he's actually got 7 cigars, just one.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, I think you're smoking too many cigars. It's good that I like that you're making use of all your arms, but maybe it's too many cigars.
His cigars are just like wrapped up mosquitoes.
Oh, that's really funny. Yeah, and like leaves, like leaf paper. But yeah, I make deals with the bugs in my house now instead of killing them. But there's a caveat. Like truly, there has to be consequences to inaction, right? Because that's why we're in this mess. There's no consequences to a lot of really dangerous shit. So I said, if you don't pull your weight around here, I'm gonna fucking destroy you. I'm gonna kill you. You're gonna die. You're not gonna be able to live anymore. So usually it works. The spider doesn't touch me.
What
but
if
I'm like,
you don't realize that he's saying the same thing back to you?
If you kill all the things that hurt me, I mean, I kind of do my part. But listen, I'm paying rent for this fucking place.
Hey, look, you little motherfucker! If you don't.
But I also,
it's also like probably just a pregnant woman. Who's like, yeah, sure, yeah. I'm about to have 8,000 kids.
I'm about to burst, dude. I love that. Like this guy, this spider. While he's telling you shit, he's like, hold on a second. He takes a drag from all 8 cigars.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, well, and it's like taking forever for him to finish what he's saying. Hold on a second.
That's okay. Okay. So I wanted to talk. Okay.
Oh, there's one more.
So, sir, what I wanted to talk to. Okay.
Yeah. But I was like, if you ever end up in my bed or on my arm or anywhere near me, like if you're in my shower and you creep up on me, you're done for. Just stay the fuck away from me. Take care of the bugs and you can live here.
When you're talking about leaves, you made me realize that I'm a spider terrorist. If I say a spider outside, I won't kill it. I'll leave it be for the most part. But what I do almost every time is that if I see him in a big old web, I take a little leaf or some grass and I throw it into the web.
Just to show him who's boss.
One, to see if I can affect it. But 2, because you could just see it, they get so angry and they run over to the grass and then they try to like use their legs and they got.
Oh, come on, man!
Yeah, because they're like, so you're just trolling them. You're trolling the spiders. Like, hey, you got something?
Yep.
Sure. This took me all night.
He's my favorite.
Dude, you should just buy a bunch
funny.
of little fake flies, little toy flies, and just like throw them in webs.
Or it's like, can we create some kind of like jumping bean scenario, but it's like we fill it up with like gross tasting fake blood, so that's how we really get the spiders.
Wow, that's
like,
good. Yeah, then you're really trolling them.
I got this motherfucker with hot sauce.
It's like the Impractical Jokers. There's like a bunch of guys in a room. They're like, "Go, okay, now throw a quarter in there," and the guys are like busting up laughing.
Hey, I've said it before. The Impractical Jokers, I think in the comedy world, get a little bit of like a rough criticism. I think needlessly, because my wife will sit down and watch that show, and I've sat down and watched it. It's pretty damn fun.
Yeah, those guys are good. Like they're like I think the whole like prank world gets a lot of hate because there was like a lot of garbage out there for a really long time. But like there's really good pranksters out there, and those guys are in that category for sure. They're very funny.
You know what? Very good spirited, like good people.
I think they got the True TV scum on them. You're like, oh, they're on True TV. It can't be that good. And that was all that was on it. But if it was on a different channel, I bet you the people would have a bit.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. That was a weird network, I guess, for them. But didn't they make a movie?
Oh yeah.
Anyways, they're doing good. I like those guys.
It's just like older dad guys, and it's really funny. There's Jasper.
Hey,
bud.
Jasper. Hey, buddy. Jasper's
Dude,
doing great.
Speaking of TV, I tweeted about this, and Elliot, I know you're not watching it, but I think you're familiar enough with it. The Boys is so fucking good, and B has the best face acting that I've ever seen.
Really? What are you, like? You're talking about Carl Urban?
I'm talking about Carl. I'm talking about Homelander. Everybody, I don't know if it's the way the camera is or whatever. You take the face acting in this show and you put it on any other show, it would be overacting. It would be cringe. It is so fucking good on this show.
It's just a good show in general. Like, they just do everything right. It's just done well.
Oh, man, it's amazing. Carl Urban. Go watch Homelander and all of the little intricacies of every emotion that he's feeling every second. I've never seen anything like it. It's crazy.
I know. That guy is so good. And that Homelander character is like genuinely terrifying. And like,
he keeps moving up, man. He's like top 3 evil TV character ever now.
Dude, I need to I haven't started watching the new season. But I love it so much. I really love it. It's such a good show.
We see our buddy Malcolm every once in a while.
I know. I love that. I love that they bring him back. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, I stopped watching after like second season, but I need to. I know I need to watch it. Everything. It just. I know it's so good. It's just so intense. It's like I
so
just get
intense.
very like I could. It's not quite my speed right now.
You know what though? Like, that intensity is refreshing in a superhero scenario, because I feel like a lot of the superhero stuff really doesn't go there. Like, they want to, but they don't go there. And The Boys really goes there. And I think it's one of those things where it's like, I can't come unless you punch me in the face. It's like, I've watched so much content, so much drama, so much action, so much comedy. It's like I only really notice now if it goes to the extremes like The Boys does, you know? But I love it. And I love it so much. It's just such a perfect show.
The concept of being desensitized by entertainment in general is what you're talking about. You're like, I can't cry unless a guy gets divorced 17 times in a movie.
Yeah. It's like pop culture burnout, I guess, which is totally real. But yeah, like, did you guys watch Obi-Wan? Did you guys watch Obi-Wan at all?
I have not.
Yeah, man.
What do you think, Elliot? It's not for you?
I was a little disappointed.
Elliot thinks it's needless.
You're
actually
wrong.
walked away from it. Was like, that was totally pointless. That's actually exactly what I said, Joe. That's 100% correct. But I did like seeing certain scenes. You know what it was? It reminded me of the criticism I heard about Zack Snyder's films, where there's a bunch of moments, but there's not necessarily a bunch of scenes. Like, there's a bunch of cool moments in Kenobi, but I didn't feel like I was being swept up in anything, especially not for the first couple episodes. It gets better after episode 2, I think.
I think you need to be like really into the Star Wars story to really get into
all the Order people and all the
like, I
side
think
extended universe characters.
Yeah, the like cartoon, the Clone Wars things, and the like Rebels things, like the little tidbits they give to like the super fans and stuff, which aren't too distracting or whatever. But it's interesting because, like, just like you, Elliot, a lot of people I've talked to about that show who have seen it have said almost exactly the same thing. Like,
really?
There's just something that doesn't grip me about it, and I didn't think it was that great. But I really liked it. I didn't love it, but I really liked it. And I found, as a like old school hardcore Star Wars fan into like more of a casual Star Wars fan, that it really like tugged at the strings that like made me love these characters a little bit. And what I did to make the show so much cooler for me and better for me was I imagined a world where the prequels didn't exist. Right? I try to do this all the time. I try to push the prequels out of my brain.
The world that you live in.
That's the world I live in. I try to live in a world where the prequels don't exist, but these new Star Wars shows can't help but bring prequel shit into them. So I'm like, all right, we're just embracing the fucking prequels. Let's go. But for Obi-Wan, consider this. I'm begging you, I'm imploring you, for people who haven't seen the show, or maybe gave it a few episodes and don't like it overall, try this. Imagine the prequels don't exist, and this is the prequels. It's all about Obi-Wan, and it's all about what happened after these Clone Wars that we've always heard about, but we never saw. And we get these flashbacks to young Darth Vader fucking killing younglings and shit like that and leading to like whatever. But once I thought of it, like if this was the prequels, it would have been so fucking cool, man. It would have been so cool and so much better. It made the show better for me.
Oh,
So you have to hypnotize yourself.
Yeah. I had
3
to
years of
force myself.
therapy later.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people are annoyed by young Princess Leia, and
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I just, it was,
Just didn't love it.
just didn't love it. Yeah, but I mean, I would watch the second season because it doesn't. Oh, and 2 days, I should be on the ride for the ride.
oh, you're going to ride, dude. I'm so excited for you, Elliot.
Very excited. Very excited. I've
Dude.
already got the plan. I know I got my passes.
You're gonna
I
straight
cannot
run there.
wait.
You're
I
gonna
can't
straight
wait.
run there early morning, right? Like
You gotta
Gates
go,
will say.
dude.
Yeah.
And use my remember my tip.
Grace will never run. Yeah, wait, what was it?
The tip is if you look on the app
I
and
know,
it says
it
the
says it.
ride is shut down,
Yep.
go there anyway and wait for it to
Yep.
open back up, and you're gonna be golden.
I've been checking the app to look at what the park wait times are, and it does. And I'm like, oh yeah, the Rise of the Resistance does break down pretty much all day.
It does, because
every
it's
day.
a really technologically advanced ride, and there's a lot of little issues in there. But
Well, it's also from a far away land in a different place. You
well,
know?
they send guests to space, and it is their consent that they're getting. So
You know that? What were you saying, Joe?
No, I was saying, speaking of Star Wars, the really exciting thing is like you were saying, Elliot, you don't give a crap too much about like the deep lore, not to put words in your mouth. But what I like about what the future holds is that Taika
Yeah.
is going to just make whole new Star Wars shit. Like
Yes.
new stuff.
I was thinking about this because Taika is making a new Star Wars movie, and he says that he's going to be writing it for the next couple of months, and so it's super preliminary stuff. But Taika Waititi is hilarious. He's amazing. All of his movies are very good.
Creative beyond belief.
Super creative, and he's like reinvigorating these like beloved franchises, like kind of one by one. Like what he did with Thor is like magic, because Thor when the original, like in the early Avengers days in the MCU, was just this like boring doofus. And then they turned him into like, now they're just making everyone Tony Stark. They're making everyone funny. And
do you remember like what a drag the Jojo Rabbit franchise was before Taika got it?
such a drag. It was so not funny and
Really
just about
downer.
Nazis.
Yeah.
But
Very serious.
I think Star Wars, the thing about Star Wars is it's always going to be cheesy as fuck. It's hard to not be cheesy when you're a sci-fi fantasy space opera with the Force and people in dumb masks and shit like that. It's melodrama, and it's like really hard to like break from that. But every once in a while there's like little bits of humor in the Star Wars universe, and it's kind of funny. Like I think the sequel trilogy got humor in Star Wars pretty good. Like there's some really funny moments in the sequel trilogy that are really good. But if you think about how Marvel didn't really have funny stuff until, so like Tony Stark is like the funny guy originally, right? And he made things kind of funny and fun and all of that. And DC doesn't really have that, and everything's just melodrama. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if that works. So with Star Wars, it's like, we got Taika doing a Star Wars movie, which means, is it going to be funny?
See,
Is it going to be funny like Thor?
But that's not what I'm excited about. I'm excited. Sure, he might bring some humor and some levity to it, but I just like the concept of him being brave enough to go, I don't want to touch any of the old characters.
Yeah, it's a whole new thing.
This is a whole fucking space, man. There's so much other shit in space. I'm gonna go explore the other space shit. I love that.
Yeah, I like that too, because one of the things that I get why, and I would say it's just an oversaturation thing, but so much of Star Wars is just like, you remember this character? Well, here's them when they're young. You remember this one? Here's when they're old. This is when they're in the middle. And it's like, now they're dead, but they're still there. And it's it kind of is, It gets boring when it just stays in the Skywalker.
Which is why
yeah.
Rogue One was kind of refreshing, right? Like it was
Loved Rogue One.
It was still like Star Wars canon adjacent, like well, not even adjacent. It was deep in
It was
it,
Star Wars settings.
but it was characters you'd never seen before,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which was the best part.
Yeah.
And they're
you
coming
were
back,
like,
right? One of them?
oh, yeah, they're coming back. You know what's funny, man?
No, Andor, right? The guy?
Yeah,
It's like a
yeah,
prequel.
Andor.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's like, remember that one character in your favorite Star Wars movie that went to the bathroom for an hour and then came back?
Yeah.
This show's about what they did for an hour. It's like, come on, man. Come on. This is an entire galaxy.
Yep.
And you're right about the Taika thing expanding into the Star Wars like the Star Wars universe, and then going somewhere with different characters and shit will be really fun. But I'm curious to see Taika bring like his humor to it, because like I said, like
it's
Thor,
inevitable.
that Thor movie Ragnarok is like the most rewatchable Marvel movie that exists. I think
I agree.
because it's so fun and it is serious and it does get, there's stakes and it gets kind of scary sometimes, but it's so funny and fun and just, if it's on, you got to watch it kind of. And that's like a magical thing. And Taika makes movies like that. If it's on, you want to watch it. It's fun. It's good. And I want to see him do that to Star Wars. It'll be really interesting to see that happen to Star Wars.
What if he's just like, fuck it, and he puts Thor in it?
Yeah.
Or like it's just Thor, like canonical, it's Thor. Yeah. Oh man.
He is a space prince.
Yeah. Are you going to watch it soon, Kenobi, Joe?
Maybe. It's not on my schedule. I
will say there's some cool moments for sure.
I'm boys
I don't
in
want
it.
to spoil it for anybody, but
Definitely cool moments. And let me say this, man, I'm a stone-hearted boy when I watch movies. And it's really hard for me to like tear up and cry.
Ooh, we gotcha.
And like Everything Everywhere All at Once made me cry like a little baby in the theater.
Like a baby. I was gone.
I was like sobbing in the theater. I was like, holy shit.
Really good.
But like it's been a while since something has really moved me to tears other than that, in a special way. And the last episode of Obi-Wan like got me, dude. Ooh. I was like, it's like, and it comes in layers. It's like halfway through the episode, you're like, oh no. and then you're like, nah, this is just Star Wars, and there's these Disney's evil. And then like, and half an hour later, I'm like, shit, they got me. And then I'm like, I know more is coming, dude. It's so emotional if you care about those characters at all. They got me.
It got me.
It got me. It got me.
All right, I'll give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Give it a shot, buddy. All right. Well, you guys want to do some Would You Rathers?
You can hit us with one. This will be a little shorter one. We got places to be.
Yeah, yes. It's I mean, look, it is what it is. We're big business boys making big money moves all day.
I'm getting packed for Disneyland.
And we go incorporate our
it's
corn dogs and wine.
Corn dogs and wine.
And don't
LLC.
forget burgers
and
milk.
Dude, that does something about a burger with milk is just it. I got
worse.
lost in that earlier. Yeah, that's wild.
Dude, oh my god, you guys, I saw Weird Al.
Yeah.
He came to the Wiltern.
Fucker, really? God dang.
Dude,
He still got it.
Joe, I don't know if everybody felt the same way I did, but I'm like, you and I, Joe, we connected. Elliot, same. We all connected on our love of Weird Al, for sure.
My first concert.
My first concert, too.
Mine as well.
Like, it's like such a beautiful thing that we all kind of like have great Weird Al memories. But you know that I love all the early stuff. I love the non-parody stuff. I love the parody stuff. I just love it all. And this tour, like the one he did a while back, is the self-indulgent tour, which means it's only non-parody songs. No parodies. So it was him and his band on stage, all sitting in chairs and like being like super chill and intimate. And Weird Al was like telling stories in between each song and stuff, but it was like the deepest, glorious cuts it was like Velvet Elvis. You Don't Love Me Anymore. Biggest Ball of Twine in Minnesota. Buy Me a Condo. Like real deep cuts, dude. And it was like it filled my heart with so much happiness. And he's so good. He's still got it. His voice is incredible. His band is incredible. His band doesn't get as much love as they should.
The amount of diversity that they can play at the drop of a hat and sound exactly like every other.
Dude.
It's
sound
they're incredible.
Better than
yeah.
I've made this point before, but you take the one that I think of specifically is listen to I Think I'm Alone Now by Tiffany. And it's like this pop song, and you listen to it, and then you listen to I Think I'm a Clone Now, and they up the music game.
The production value is so much better. They make it
a better song. It's crazy.
It's almost like they're doing a remix, and it's really good. It's like and it's interesting because comparatively, when you think about like how the karaoke world is kind of like there are production companies that pay for sound alike songs for karaoke industries, right? Like when they do like the Lady Gaga song, they recreate the song from scratch without lyrics, and they sound like karaoke songs. And it's rare that a song, and all they're doing is completely redoing the song in the exact same way, and it's like it never sounds good. And these guys just make it sound so effortless, and they're just so good. And live, they're so tight, they're so good. They haven't missed a beat.
Same with live. Lightning crashes.
Just tangent, just jumping in a different band for
Ed Kowalczyk, absolutely. Yeah. So good.
Man.
But
Lizzo.
What I remember,
oh my God.
Specifically from when I saw it, God, what was I, 8th grade when I saw Weird Al? What I remember so vividly was, yes, not only was the band musically talented, but they were also just as funny, and they did it in such a deadpan way.
Yeah.
Like they weren't trying hard, but like
the
bassist comes out
hard.
like with the cones on, like they're all like part of the funny, but they're doing it with the most deadpan faces while playing all of their instruments. It's so funny. It's so
dude, it's just, if you guys listening get a chance to see it, it's a really good time. If you love the parodies and you're like, I don't know any of the fucking non-parody stuff, then maybe you wouldn't enjoy it so much. There were certainly people that were like, where's the Star Wars song? You know, and it was like, nah, you're not gonna get it.
Did he play Frank's 2,000-inch TV?
No, I wish, dude, but he did 2 shows, and apparently both set lists were different. Cool. So, dude, They did Midnight Star. I was so happy, dude. It was such a good show. Okay.
Weezer's on a roll right now, by the way.
Oh yeah?
I really
Weezer brought Weird Al out to a show, I thought.
Nice. Yeah, they opened.
They did like Africa together, I thought.
Really?
Wait, did Weezer drop another album?
Yeah, one at the beginning of every season. That's why they're called seasons with Z's, but they just did summer, and it's a pretty rockin' fun.
Oh, really? I'll check it out.
Yeah, it's nice. Spring is good too.
Spotify right now.
I'll check it out. All right, you guys ready for this? Would you rather?
Hit me.
All right. And this is for everyone. This goes for everyone listening. Please participate, or you will be docked. Would you rather poop 15 times a day or have one mega poop once every 2 months, but it takes 6 hours to finish?
Mega poop.
A mega poop.
6 hour mega poop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 hours.
Road trips and any kind of getting stuck in traffic. You'd be pooping yourself all the time.
15 times a day is a lot, isn't it?
And this is coming from a guy like I enjoy my poops.
Yeah, I like a good poop. Absolutely. Yeah.
I like to poop.
They're nice. Yeah. And I do I'm a multiple times a dayer guy.
Wow.
And
me too.
15 is just what I can't 15 so much.
It's ludicrous. It's like unreasonable. It's like good luck keeping any job. It's
You
like
do that every day? You poop multiple times?
oh, I poop multiple times every day. Yeah.
I probably
I do
average
it-
3 or 4.
I poop
could
like
do-
once a week, but it's for like an hour and a half.
Dude, I noticed everyone's got really interesting poop things. Like I some of my friends are like, I haven't pooped in 3 weeks.
I can't.
It's like, what
That's
the fuck?
crazy.
It's like, holy shit, you should go to the doctor. I think.
Legitimately know people that are like, I only do it once a week. And
Yeah,
I can't wrap my head around
I
that.
can't either. I cannot. It's crazy. Good for them though, good for everybody. As long as it's, working and it's healthy.
I wonder if that 6-hour mega poop is all relief or it's just complete screaming.
Strain and pain.
That
Could you
is
imagine?
a factor. Yeah.
What if the super poop during the 6 hours? It's not like you're dropping little loads for 6 hours. You've got one mega poop, and
It's
you're
just
like,
going.
imagine you're like 3.5 hours in, and it's like not all the way out, and it's just sticking out of you, and you're still pushing it.
Yeah, and maybe what if the whole time leading up to it, for those months that you're not pooping, it's still building up, so you're getting
Yeah, it's
progressively
brewing.
more uncomfortable.
It's
so
brewing, yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
you'll be times when you want to poop and you can't do it.
You're
You'll have a big old belly.
You're distended
Oh,
for
gosh.
like a month. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're like, whoa, are you? What do you do? How many months? How many months in are you?
Working on my
I
little poop
pooped
baby.
2
I'm
weeks.
working on my mega poop.
Oof. Oof.
I'm building my mega poop.
I'm
I think
assuming that the health ramifications are all fine.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It would just
and
be a normal thing. Yeah.
And I also like the idea. It sounds like it's just on schedule.
Yeah.
Like-
Well, because it's every
Yeah,
6 months,
you can
right? So you
plan.
could plan around it. Yeah. But see, we're talking about these logistical things, but like really, like, what does it feel like when it's 1 month away? Like, does it feel like you just got to take the biggest shit ever and you can't wait,
Right.
but you just can't do it until the 6 month mark?
It sounds like is it 6 months or 6
I thought you said
weeks?
4 months.
It said, oh, sorry, every 2 months. Sorry,
months.
I'm sorry. I really took it because it takes 6 hours to finish. I was thinking of that number 6.
Yeah, same idea though. It's not like it changes the general.
It
just
doesn't
like-
change it really. Yeah.
For a month, all you're saying is, no thanks, I'm full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even going to eat. God, what must that mega poop feel like the day before?
Man, it just makes
Christmas
me feel-
Eve.
I can't come in tomorrow. I'm doing my mega poop.
It's a holiday.
We always open one the night before.
Does this job have mega poop pay?
All I got in my mind is Randy Marsh on the toilet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and he's like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure he spins. when
Yeah,
he goes up.
yeah. Did you guys watch the new movie?
No, not yet.
Oh man, you gotta watch it. It's real good.
Brilliant.
Okay, and last one. You guys ready for this?
Mhm.
Would you rather have $1 million
Yes.
or
Okay, it was more.
1 million ducks that you can telepathically control, and the ducks have a lifespan of 10 years?
What the first? I think that one rewired my brain a little bit.
Would you rather have $1 million
Yeah,
or 1 million ducks that you can telepathically control?
absolutely $1 million. Is that a real one?
Yeah, and it's pretty popular. Most people, like 3.9 thousand people out of 7,000 people chose $1 million, but 3.2 thousand chose 1 million ducks. So it wasn't like too far. Because the thing is like, look, imagine what you could do with 1 million ducks, right?
That's so many ducks.
You'd have to have a facility to house that many ducks. So you got to imagine that.
Ducks live outside. Ducks live outside.
Just 1 million ducks are around your apartment. It's like, how come everywhere this guy goes, there's 1 million ducks?
You know those videos of like drones that are now programmed to make shapes together in the
Yeah.
sky.
Is that what you do? Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could turn this into a money-making thing. If you could
But-
telepathically control ducks, you could turn that into way more than $1 million,
That's-
$100 million, or $1
Look,
million. or
man,
whatever.
we've talked about this earlier. These ducks have feelings and emotions. I am going to be emotionally spread thin to taking care of 1 million ducks. At one point, I'm not going to want to take advantage of my 1 million ducks. I'm just going to want them to live their lives, and I'll just go, my telepathic powers, I'll go, you're free. And then
No,
my ducks will go.
I don't think it's possible for you to bond with 1 million ducks. I think you'll bond with like 6.
Yeah, there's like one gray one that you're like, that's my boy.
Everyone else.
Everyone else is like a number.
Look, there's somebody in the comments going like, yeah, you can make money, you could freaking
You
could take over the world. I just don't want the chore right now. I'm too tired. Give me my money.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
dude,
My
imagine
money.
laying in your bed and having a
I have-
telepathic connection with 1 million ducks and go, my 1 million duck army. Everyone go get $2 and bring it back.
Well, the world's gonna know who's sent the ducks.
No, you say no, you got to be strategic. You got like 3 or 4 of you go to Antarctica, 5 of you go to New York.
Did you just send 4 ducks to their death, Steve?
Yeah.
No way, ducks migrate all over the world.
Yeah, Antarctica is filled with ducks. It's mostly ducks.
Yeah, snow ducks. I would give them little jackets, okay, Joe?
Just imagine 1 million
Little
ducks
down
quacking
jackets?
in your brain.
Little down jackets, just so they know who's boss. They'll stay warm, but they'll be.
I'd rather lay in my bed, Steve, and go, man, I got $1 million free dollars.
Yeah,
Good
but
night.
then that $1 million is gonna go away someday, and then what are you gonna do when you're like, oh no, the world is being attacked by 1 million pieces of breadcrumbs? I wish I had 1 million ducks.
What would you
Hey.
do if you sent them all out to get $2? How would you deposit the money?
They'd come back to my facility where I keep them. It's very comfortable and nice. It's like a big pond, and it's like an indoor pond, and it's beautiful.
You got 1 million ducks in that indoor pond.
Oh yeah, and I would hire a team to like go through and just comb out all the bills, not the duck bills, but I would, the dollar bills, y'all, and just like scoop them all up and just give me my money, and then whatever. I'd launder it, obviously. Come on.
Again, going back to just having to do a lot of work here.
Ducks just spitting out crumpled up dollar bills into a
Yeah.
pile on your indoor.
Dude, what if like one day the CIA shows up and they're like, look, we need your help. We'll give you anything you want, but we need your ducks. And it's like suddenly you're a friend to the government and you're like taken care of forever. And like, I don't know. I think there's more of a payoff with these 1 million ducks than just having $1 million. And I understand it's too much work to have $1 million.
I want to back up to the scenario where the government gets involved and you become a friend of the government and really
You're
taken
set
care
for
of.
life.
Yeah, because
Like,
they'll come.
the government is not known for.
Well, because they know I'm dangerous. They know that I've got 1 million ducks, and 1 million ducks ain't nothing.
I thought you were gonna say that they're gonna be like, we need to talk to you, and they're gonna be like, there was there was a heist in Vegas,
and it was all ducks.
It was all ducks, and we want to know if you know anything about it.
And we caught the Ben Affleck duck, and we've
and
been
then-
questioning it.
And a bunch of chips start falling out of your pocket.
Or George Clooney. It was George Clooney, right?
Yeah,
We
it was
got the
George Clooney,
It's like, the ducks that I send to do like the like the bank heist or the Vegas heist, they're all dressed like Ocean's 11.
They have visors and they have little sleeves.
Yeah. Their code names are just like Clooney and.
all I'm imagining is, how like bees, do you guys know how bees will kill like an invading hornet that comes into their nest?
Yeah.
Cool.
They all will surround it and then they'll start vibrating.
They
and
vibrate.
They basically
Cool.
cook it to death.
They cook it. Yeah.
That's how I'm imagining we take advantage of these ducks.
Yeah, you just get them to like vibrate all around whatever.
Quack, quack, quack. Well, how did he die, sir?
These ducks vibrated all around.
He died in a violent quack ball.
He done it in a duck ball, yeah. Dude, one of the top comments on that one says, pretty sure ducks are worth more than $1. Just sell them and then tell them to come back. And the next comment was 1 million lawsuits incoming.
Yeah, dude. Like, I have 1 million ducks to sell for no less than $1 each, and then you can slowly give them away.
Check this out. Here's what someone says in the chat or in the comments. My ducks will be picking up loose change, diving for sunken treasures, and surveying the land for other valuables. At best, I get way more than $1 million. At worst, everything is getting a little bit cleaner. I can even volunteer them for various jobs.
So we're okay.
You guys still want that million, or you just think this is too much work to have $1 million?
I'm going to take the million. I'm taking the million.
I'm taking the million, but
I'll take the ducks.
I'm going to continue to work. That money's going in the bank. It's going to make money on top of money. I'm fine. I'm
going to be Duck Man. I'm the Duck Man now. What's
I
your
think it's great,
superhero name, Duck Man?
Duck guy.
Who lives up on that hill with that big building? Oh, that's
that
Duck
huge
Man.
factory over there. That's Duck Man.
Used to be a comedian on the internet, but then he
now
learned that he can mind control 1 million ducks that live in an indoor pond with no access to sunlight.
Duck shepherd.
Should I work with Andy Mogren and turn this into a series?
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
The rendering of 1 million ducks is too much. Too much rendering.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Joey, looking good. Rob, doing good, buddy. Like just walking through the saying hi to all the ducks, and it's all Andy Mogren style.
That's too much.
Well, guys, what would you do with 1 million ducks?
What would you do?
Let us know.
I want to know. Let's read about it and have a good time reading it. And, maybe check out youtube.com/the Valleyfolk. Watch the video version of this show. See all those ugly dogs we were talking about. Maybe see some handsome faces while you're at it.
We did that today.
Yes, we did. Anything else? Any other things you guys want to talk about? Plug anything?
Nah, dog. I think we good.
Great.
Good, baby.
Well, listen, we appreciate your continued listenership, and we hope you enjoyed today's show. And it was nice to have the three of us back for a second.
Yeah, mega poops and million ducks.
1 million, us and 1 million ducks, and 1 million glasses of wine with a corn dog to dip in it.
Corn dogs and wine.
But yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
If you're down, if you said